Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let me welcome you on today's webinar. It will be all about skin problems. So I am very again excited to hear the insights from Michaela. Before we start, I just wanted to shortly inform you that we will have this is the last webinar of this season, and we are working on the dates that will be published soon, and they will be for the coming season. So for a long time, not a long time, we will start. I think we have to start in September to cover all the topics that Misha suggested, and I have a separate list too, so now it's going to be the time to mix it up and make the final recipe for the autumn. So soon we will update the web page, and we'll give you the dates when we will see each other. But definitely we will be starting in September. So um, I don't want to say this in advance, but finally, in Czech Republic, we have some sunny, warm days. So I hope that this is going to be the season ahead for all of us to enjoy. So, and I don't want to take any more time from you. So I will gladly pass my word to Misha. And if there is anything, I'm by the chat. So if any questions, don't hesitate to ask. So I'm looking forward, Misha.
Thank you, Martina, for your uh, first words because that always helps me and I like them as well. So, hello everyone. I'm really looking forward for today's session. So I hope you will enjoy it as well. Uh, Today's topic is the skin problems, and actually, when I started this team, I realized that it's so wide. So I stopped just by one problem, which is eczema, which is spread all over the world, and it's really um, so many people are suffering with this disease, and it's really uncomfortable and life changing and a horrible thing which you can have as a child, but also as an adult. Which I think it's even worse because as adults we have so many other problems, and eczema can be really disturbing. So let's start today's topic. With all the problems, I just wanted to mention again and again that for us as energy company who are following the traditional Chinese medicine and traditional Chinese pentagram, so we have all of us have to keep it in mind, and always when we try to help to our clients, we need to think because this scheme is beautiful and great and it's working. So whenever you have problems, you need to find where these problems can belong, in which pentagram element can belong, and then you can heal it. So this is always the way where you can start. You won't make mistake with the pentagram products because they always help somehow. Even if you can't get to the point right to like right away, you always help from somewhere. So you can't make mistake. You will always help to the person, but maybe you can't hit the target at the first step. but it doesn't matter because you can help to the client anyway. But as the population needs to have the fast results, we need to get to the point usually for the first try. That's why we try with the diagnostic uh, to try to find the right way how to cure the client. And this pentagram, if you will be able to have it by yourself always, then it can help you really well. So, and today's topic is skin. And the skin, according to the Chinese medicine, belongs to the metal element. And around the skin is the layer which is called Wei Qi. This Chinese Wei Qi is actually something which we can call as an immunity, because this Wei Qi layer is helping us to secure our body from the wind, from the heat, from the cold, from all the things they can harm our body. So, because the traditional Chinese medicine doesn't know what the immunity is. So that's why we think that this Wei Qi, which belongs to the skin, is something like that immunity. Because the traditional Chinese medicine always believes that these these harmful things are coming from the outside. Even it's wind, it's hot, it's cold, it always comes from the outside, not inside our body. That's why this Wei Qi can be called as an immunity, and that's why the skin can be related to this. And because it belongs to the metal element, skin also is governed by the lungs. And the lungs are, according to the Chinese medicine, really governing the qi and blood, and also opening the skin. That's why when we are breathing, we are able to get something wrong into our body. That's why we need to have a strong immunity or Wei Qi. So that's why the skin is very, very important, and it's metal element, so it's connected with the lungs and with the large intestine. So these organs are pretty much connected. That's why so many skin problems are worsening in autumn, because autumn is the metal element season, and there is the metal element on the peak. That's why so many people with the diseases of large intestine or lungs are suffering in autumn. So that's why we also need to cure our immunity, our Wei Qi, and also the skin. Skin is also something like our borders, and I mean even psychically. So if the people, they allow to the others to touch them too much, too close, and they don't have the borders, these people are usually having so many skin problems because they are touched by the emotions from the others, which, even if these emotions and problems don't belong to that person. So even psychically, we can harm our immunity. So we need our borders, and we need to know where we can allow to other people to touch us. Of course, the closest ones as the family should have these, let's say, mild or soft borders, so they're closest to us, but the others should have the hard borders. So we need to have them in a much bigger distance. So this, I think, is something which we need to keep in mind always, because it also can harm our health. So skin also reflects the inner state of the body. So whenever you have some skin problems, you know, and traditional Chinese medicine knows, that there is something wrong inside. And then we need to find out which element is responsible for this problem. So we have actually, according to the Chinese medicine, four organs, four elements, which are mostly causing problems with the immunity and with the skin. So these are definitely the lungs, because thanks to the lungs, the skin is working. Disbalance in lungs can lead to the dryness and itchy and flaky skin. This dryness is actually very often visible in autumn. So many people are scratching the hands, and they are having the dry eczema, and this is the lungs problem. And also after the COVID, if the COVID affected the lungs directly, there were eczemas, the special eczemas, or some skin problems, some small areas with the itchy and dry skin, which usually the doctors couldn't cure, because it wasn't bacteria, it wasn't really eczema, it was something between, and nothing worked out. So we had the Droserin, and Droserin helped these people. And it was miracle, because they didn't know what to apply on that. And it was itchy, it was dry, and it was just small areas. Nothing big, but it was disturbing. So that's why when the lungs are having problem, or if you have really like lungs inflammation, or you're going through the really bad flu, sometimes you can have this itchy skin after the long illness. So then another is liver. So liver is responsible for smooth flow of qi and blood. If we have the blockades in our body, it can occur acne on the forehead or nose border, or we can have also eczema. This is actually the most problematic for youngsters, for young people, because if they are in the element of wood, everything is too fast, and sometimes the emotions can make the blockades. So then the acne or the eczema can occur. Then we have kidneys. Kidneys are responsible for the body's fluids and essence. And if we have problems with the kidneys, we can see the dark patches on the skin. And this you can see with elderly ones. They have so many patches on the skin, the dark ones. So this is the kidneys problem. But also it depends sometimes on the area where these skin problems manifest. So we can track them thanks to the traditional Chinese medicine paths. So we can see where these are located, and then we can guess what is responsible for this problem. Then we have also spleen. And spleen and pancreas, which are according to the traditional Chinese medicine together, they are transforming the food and fluids, as well the dampness, and this can also make the problems on our skin. So you can see that all the skin problems are very complex and very specific. So we need to be really careful to find the source of the problem. Yes, and back to the eczema, which is sometimes called the dermatitis as well. So we have actually many types of the eczema, and the symptoms are also very wide. So sometimes it's hard to guess whether it's some bacteria or some inflammation or the eczema already. Um, because the eczema can be in various types, and also can be accompanied with other symptoms. So you can have a fatigue, you can be stressed out, you can have the mood changing days, and it doesn't matter whether you are lady or man. So it can be also quite intense, and can also affect the digestive system. So eczema can be really serious as well. And usually it has 3 stages. So the first one is acute. Uh, of course, it depends on the skin, and there are different types as well. But usually it's symmetrical, and the itchiness is very intensive. So these people are scratching themselves almost all the day, or they need to scratch themselves. And what's irritating even more is hot water. So the soap, hot water, and also the food, because the skin is very sensitive. And here you can see the connection with the spleen, pancreas, stomach, and also the large intestine. Actually, the whole digestion system, because it's connected to the skin very well. Because it depends what you eat, then it manifests on your skin. And these eczemas in acute stage are very sensitive. So whenever you are drinking alcohol, or you eat some spicy food or chocolate, and sometimes also the gluten makes the problem with the eczema. So I think the diet, especially in acute phase, is very important and very helpful. So you don't need to use the corticoids if you know how to cool down the system, and how to work with that, and what to eat, what to drink. This is very important. And because usually if you take the corticoids, of course sometimes they're really needed, but if you can use the normal way how to calm down the skin, and it's usually going through the diet and through the herbal stuff. This is great thing, and it works out. And actually the eczema was one of the reason how I got to the energy. many years ago. So I was scratching myself as well, and my friend had the problem as well, and really the classical Western medicine didn't help us at all. Or if it helped, it was just for 1 or 2 weeks, because nobody told us that we should avoid the things which are making the mucus in our body. So the milk products or gluten, we need to take out the gluten. So we had to eat gluten free. Just that was the period, to me that was the period during the acute phase. After that, I was able to eat normal bakery and bakeries and normal stuff. However, this can cause the problem. So the diet is very important. Then we have something like this is subacute stage. So the eczema is not that bad. However, still it's itchy. Uh, it's not that intense, but it can be intensive at night, during the night. And then we have the chronic stage, which there are leaking wounds, that then the skin can be really thick. And always, whenever you do some usually diet mistake, then it can turn into the acute stage. When we work in energy with the eczema, we have so many reversion reactions. This is the thing which we always need to tell to the client, and we need to remind him many times during our session. And sometimes I even write it down. There can be the reversion reaction, and especially with the chronic stage of the eczema, this reaction is really welcome. We need to have it. We love to have it, actually, because it's the sign that the problem will be solved. And we need to really inform the client, and he needs to be aware that this will happen and it will get better. And of course, once these people have the chronic state, they are sometimes disturbed by the eczema, but it's not that bad. But if we have the reversion reaction with the eczema, it's usually crazy. But it's crazy just for a few days. And then it gets to the healing stage, and it will be better and better. So that's why we need to inform the clients. And eczema is really really crazy. So it's very sensitive. These people are very sensitive. These people are usually sensitive even to the others. So there are many types of eczema SIRS. That's why we need to really know about the client, because eczema is usually with them if they are adults. It's with them from the childhood, and they got used to live with the eczema, and now we want to take it from them, so it won't be even easy. So these people, according to the Chinese medicine, as I already said, are having the digestion problems. So their body constitution is very irritable, and They shouldn't eat the oily foods or spicy stuff, and they even too sweets are not so good for the skin. And actually the diet is very important for them. So the spleen and stomach is usually also very common source of the eczema. So that's why so many young people are usually having the eczema, because they eat too much sweets, and the spleen and pancreas are weakened because it's too much, so they can't transform properly the energy from the food. And then the dampness and actually the heat dampness, which is really bad according to the Chinese medicine, is spreading in the body, and then we can see it as the eczema. So usually we need to, if we have the acute state of eczema, there is some heat for 100%. So we need to calm down the heat. And as you know, we have so many products to work with that. So it will also depend in which state the client will come to you. So the treatment will be always tailored to each client, I believe, because I've never had a client with the eczema which was the same as the next client. So everyone will be a little bit different. So to me, most important is diagnostic. How you will find the source of the problem, you will succeed. We can also have the help. So when and what time of the year or of the day is the eczema occurring, or it's like most itchy. I think this is the thing which it can help. So if you can see the organs hours, you can also guess when it's getting worse. Also, if you are using the creams, we can follow the reflex zones of the body, which is very helpful for us to get the treatment to the right place and to have the cream application 100% successful. And also it can boost the effect because if you apply the element to the reflex zone which are connected, then it's even faster. Yes, diet is very important, as I already said. It's really important. So with energy, we can actually use whole pentagram. It depends where the source is. So if you want to start right from the detoxification, you can start with the wood element. So this is represented by Regalen, as we already know. So Regalen unblocks the blockades in the body, so the chi can flow very easily. It has the strong detoxification effects. It's regenerating, rejuvenating. It helps to the blood circulation. It's cleaning the blood, which is also very important for eczema. And if you use it with the protecting cream, it's even better because protectants nourish the dry skin. It works with the eczema and it has anti-inflammatory effect. And of course, and that's the another slide, I have the reflex zones for you for protecting. And also you can support it with mycoheparin. So this is the wood element if we know that the source is here. And here are the zones where you can apply the protectin. Of course, if you have eczema on your hand, you can apply it on the hand for sure. However, these are the places on the body where is the best way how to apply the protectin. And we are back into the metal element. I think if you start here, you also won't make mistake because the skin is directly connected to the metal element. So it belongs to the metal element. So with Veronal, you will directly support the Vejchi, so the immunity. So the regeneration of the skin will be much easier, much faster. And also the heat, cold, wind, and other bad things which are coming to harm the skin according to the Chinese medicine will be secured because of the Veronal. Because the Veronal is something which can be called as a body's armor. So once your immunity is stronger, your skin will regenerate much faster. Also, the Veronal brings the structure, and the structure is very important because the eczema is something which is out of normal. So we need to get to the normal state. So that's why Veronal also works in many cases for eczema. And it's also great if the eczema gets worse in autumn. And usually this autumn dry, itchy skin can be cured by the element of metal, which can be cured by Veronal as a prevention, or Droserin, because Droserin is also working very well with the dry skin, especially in autumn. It also calms down the heat on the skin, and also nourish the skin, which is very great because if we are scratching the skin, it's irritated, it's hot, it's red. So that's why the Droserin is very, very well and very nice cream for this. So I think if you have eczema, especially in autumn, then the right cream and right way how to start to cure it will be the metal element. Of course, in autumn, we have the shorter days. It becomes very cold weather. So we are usually out of energy. So Mycopulm is very, very good choice because it's Mycopulm gives us energy. It removes the harmful moisture. Also works with the lungs and large intestine, and helps to the kidneys as well. So this also, with these products, you won't make mistake. But we need to ask the client when the eczema is getting worse, or where we need to find the source of the problem. So these are the zones where we can apply the Drosserin. So as you can see on the face, it's also very great during the season where everyone is sick. So it can be the prevention, because if you can smell the herbs, you are helping to the immunity as well. So this can be taken as aromatherapy as well. So in these zones, I think it's the best how you can use the Drosserin. And as we have too much humidity in our body, and this humidity is caused by the poor diet or poor, let's say, function of the spleen and pancreas, then we go from the earth element. You won't never make mistake with the earth element, because the earth element is always the central, and whenever something is centralized, it's much better. So at least if this doesn't work with the eczema directly and very fast, at least you will centralize the client, you will calm down the psychic, you will support the digestion, you will support also the regeneration. Also, the earth element brings the right humidity to the body, so it works with the skin, with the all of the organs, not only the spleen and pancreas, and you will improve the digestion. So I think you won't make mistake if you start here. And usually these people who are suffering with the bad digestion, they're usually having the hormonal disbalance. So whenever you hear that there's the hormonal disbalance, then you won't make mistake if you start with eczema here from the earth element. So Ginex is very well known, I believe, and it's responsible also for the hydration. So it goes very well when the people who are suffering from eczema are having another symptoms. So you can help them with the Ginex usually. Also, you support the psychic, and you can help also with Mekopan uh, with a combination. And there is also the Citovital. Citovital cream is absolutely amazing. It's again skin nourishing. It helps to the hormonal balance, and it's good during the healing wounds on the skin, and helps to the detoxification thanks to the humates. So you can always see that for these people who are having eczema, is the best way how to cure it, to try the creams, because someone who has the problem with the livers usually needs another cream to support another element. So the skin needs, I don't know, for example, Drosserin, and it's the best way. So that's why we have also for the Citovital special zones where we can apply it. So here you can see them, and it's usually the following the hormonal zones in our body. And we can also use the fire element, because sometimes when we have too much fire, we can use fire to fight the fire. Or sometimes the fire can help to develop much better earth. So we need to add the fire to have the high quality earth. So we can help with the Corolan. The Corolan is good because it brings the much better oxygenation in our body, in our veins, and works also with the hormonal system, works with the elasticity of the blood vessels and capillaries, which are also very important for the skin. You can also use the Micocard, which has actually cooling effect and helps to calm the shen, which is very important, and also has the ability to remove humidity. And we can use ruticerid. Ruticerid cream is sometimes a little bit irritating for the eczema. So I usually don't use it and apply it on the eczema zone directly. However, you can use it to support on the reflection zones. And it gives you good and calm sleep. So you don't scratch yourself during the night. Here we have the zones again. So we can apply it on the skin, on the head, so which is very good for good sleep, I believe. And we can also use the water element to calm down the fire, to help the hormonal system, to help to the better flow, because the water element is responsible for the water distribution. And sometimes eczema can develop from the fear or from bad relationships. So in this way, sometimes helps the Renault, even you don't guess it from the very beginning. But if you hear the story from the client, then maybe you will be 100% sure that this will be the way. Whenever you need to calm down the fire and you don't want to fight it with another fire, you can use Artrin. Artrin has a cooling effect. Artrin has also anti-inflammation effect, and also helps as a painkiller. So that's why Artrin is very, very useful in acute state, in the hot and itchy places of the eczema. And Bicorin can be just a very nice support. As we already know, if we need to cure two elements at once, we can use the mushrooms, which, I don't know, for example, we can use the water element for the with the Miko products, and from the herbal extracts, we can use even, for example, earth as a Ginex. So these combinations are okay and they are very welcome. So whenever you need to use them, and you know that this will help to your client, don't hesitate to use it. Here we have the application zones, where is the best way how to apply the Artrin cream. Of course, you can apply it on the eczema as well, because it has this cooling effect, and it's really also the kind of painkiller. If the eczema is very itchy, usually works protecting. Also, you can combine the creams. So after the protecting, when the skin is calming down, you can apply the Artrin to cool it down and to have no pain. And we have the star with the eczema, Cytosan. With Cytosan, you won't never make mistake. you can even start with Cytosan, the cure of the eczema, because you will lighten the body from the toxins with Cytosan. It also supports the large intestine. It works with the heart diseases. It takes the dampness from the body, which is very important for the eczema, and harmonizes the flow of the energy. So usually these people with eczema are feeling much better after Cytosan, because it's lighting the flow, and the flow is much better. So then they feel better, and the eczema is getting better as well. Also, the Cytosan and actually toxins are one of the factors which are actually worsening the eczema. So that's why if we do the gentle detox from the body, the skin will be much better. And as I already said, I think in some webinars before, if we need to prepare the skin, for example, for summer or for something, the Cytosan cure is the best way what we can do. So if you don't know which element you need to or you want to use, you always won't make mistake with Cytosan and with the diet. And then you can see that there is some small steps to the client to get better. So Cytosan you can use in various skin problems, not only for eczema. And if adults are having eczema, it's chronic disease and it's hard to fight with that. However, Cytosan can really help. And we need to know that this won't be just for 3 weeks and it will be cured. So you will need much more time than just 3 weeks and 1 week off. So that's why Cytosan can be taken even for 1 year in small doses. And also it's support because of the bad digestion. So it will take out the toxins. It will help the livers to detoxicate the body easily, and it will be something like the guide through the detoxification for the body. Yes. Of course, Cytosan you can also use as the mask for the eczema. So if you don't have fomentum gel, you can use Cytosan. You open the capsule, mix it with a little amount of water, or you can add some oil, or you can add also the phytomineral. From the oils, I love Sacha Inchi or Nigella sativa or sea berry. Sea berry is amazing in this. So if you mix them and you make the small, let's say, mask for your eczema, and you apply it for, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes, then it can really help to your skin. What I love, because people with eczema are suffering even during the bathing. So we can support us with the soaps from Energy and from the element which you decided you will start with curing the eczema. So I think the universal ones are Cytosan and Draximum for sure, because Draximum is taking out the heat cooling down the system. It has anti-inflammation effects. It's also working with the bacteria and viruses, because if you have already the eczema, the skin is almost opened, so you can get infected very easily. So that's why I think the Draximun or Citosan soaps are really working very well, and as well as the pentagram soaps. However, the Draximun in acute state or Citosan in acute state, I love the most. You can also use the balneol baths, which are really nice, especially for children. Balneol works also with the immunity. It's calming down the psyche, so it's also calming down the mind. It's very good just before the sleep. So these are another helpful tips for people suffering with eczema. And as I already said, we can also use Citosan Fomentum gel, which is working very well with skin problems. Always use as a mask. And after 15 to 20 minutes, you need to wash it out. Phytomineral is great support because we are usually lacking from the minerals, and if you support the skin with minerals, you won't make mistake. Probiosan, because we support the large intestine and immunity system, and also probiosan you can use in mask for your skin. So if you open the capsule and you mix it with the creams or with the maybe Cara lotion, you can make the mask or even the Fomentum gel. But the skin has also probiotic bacteria in itself, and these bacteria are helping to regenerate the skin, to support the immunity. So that's why we can use the probiosan even for the skin. Citosan soap, I already said. Organic sea berry. Organic sea berry has a lot of minerals, a lot of vitamins. It's cooling down the system as well as the skin. It's rejuvenating. It's amazing because it's really the energy booster. So the organic sea berry works well with the eczemas, and as well as Hawaii spirulina. You can always use the Hawaii spirulina because it's also uh, full of vitamins and minerals and has cooling effect. Also, with the skin works very well Betafit because it has so many herbs inside. It contains the herbs which are cleaning the skin, cleaning the blood. So that's why Betafit can be also very nice support. I already said the Cara lotion can be used as a body milk or cream, or you can use it even for the masks. Stimaral sometimes works very well with the eczema because we are supporting the focusing, supporting the psychic, supporting the digestion system. So that's why also you can use the Stimaral. What I don't have here, in the long term, you can use even Immunosan. Immunosan works very well with the skin problems as well. Yes, and I made it on time. So do you have some questions for the eczema? I know that it's really wide theme, and I think that we could speak about it even another 2 hours. However, This is like first aid information for you for eczema, because I believe that you will meet clients with the eczema, or they usually have some another problem, but they are suffering from eczema, because as I'm using the supertonic method, these people are coming to me for the diagnostic, and they have some problems, and then we can see on the hands that they are suffering also with the eczema, and they say, yes, I have eczema, that's normal. But for us it's never normal, and we love to work on it, and we need to cure it. So that's why I know that if people are used to have eczema, they usually pay attention for another problem. But we can actually cure two at once. Sometimes if we can target it very well. So that's why it's very important for you to question the client very well, and to know his story, and then we can have the right product for them. And it really works, and I have so many friends and clients which were so solving another problem, and as a side effect we solved the eczema, which was amazing. So I wish you good luck with all these clients. Not only these, but all of your clients as well. But eczema is the theme for itself, I believe. And also, I wish you wonderful summer holiday. I hope you will enjoy it. And in September, we will meet full of energy, full of sun inside, and healthy, and ready for the next season. So thank you so much. And whenever you have another questions, don't hesitate and write down or ask. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Misha. I'm looking forward to to enjoy the summer and to have the sun inside. So I I hope that every one of us will get it. So I wish everyone a beautiful summer too. A lot of good experience, uh, a lot of good luck, happy travels, and we will see you again in September. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you. Bye bye.